Excuse me?" one woman shrieked. She had a pair of tits that even Brady could acknowledge as spectacular. "One of my finest cocktails, ladies," Gage clarified with that heart-stopping grin. His t-shirt read, Firefighter, because badass isn't a proper job title, and he held a card that looked like a menu. "Peach schnapps and Baileys, or maybe you'd prefer a leg spreader. Tequila, vodka, rum, and gin. It's all the main food groups and guarantees the good time your man can't." The girls cheered that marketing strategy. Tits on Heels asked, "How about a sex on the beach?" Gage gave a rueful shake of his head. "The 60s called, darling. They want their cocktails back. Next you'll be asking for a Harvey Wallbanger, and I'll have to cut you off before you've even started. Don't make me cut you off." "No, don't cut us off." More jovial/desperate pleas followed, punctuated with orders for 3 leg spreaders. Covertly, Brady feasted on the easy, lithe grace of Baby Thor, the nickname Kinsey had given Gage. Brady didn't usually go for blondes with silvery blue eyes that sparkled with dangerous invitation. Neither did smart-ass grins do it for him, or a strong jaw that hadn't made acquaintance with a razor in a day or so. None of it normally appealed because Brady considered himself untouchable by the charms of a 24-year-old playboy who could summon any guy he wanted with a click of his fingers. None of it appealed until Gage. When Gage walked into Brady's kitchen at Smith & Jones close to 4 months ago, Brady's brain had short-circuited at seeing that kind of beauty in the flesh. Every new meeting since had only heightened his attraction. But that first time, Christ, it had been like climbing out of a deep, dank hole into blinding, cleansing daylight. It was a Friday night in June, only the 3rd month of Smith & Jones being open for business, and the kitchen had finally settled into a rhythm, that give and take that all great teams share. Reviews were good, revenues were better, and after a few lost years, Brady was finally starting to feel at ease. He was expediting at the top of the line, and Javier, his sous chef, had just made a joke about raw chicken breasts and how they looked like, well, he had to be there. "Brady." Eli Cooper's deep bass broke through the clink and sizzle of the kitchen. Brady's former second-in-command on his Marine unit in Afghanistan, Eli had been Brady's savior then, and several times since. Now, the mayor of Chicago, he was used to getting his own way. Waltzing into Brady's kitchen uninvited was a typical egocentricity. "El Jefe," Javier muttered, and made a jacking-off gesture with his hand. Brady turned, not expecting his world to change. After all, it was just a normal night on the line, a typical 18-hour day doing what Brady loved best, creating joy with his hands. But Eli was not alone. Brady wasn't given to flights of hyperbole, but the guy with Eli was simply fucking sublime. Blonde with sexy jaw scruff, muscles that weren't gym-bot, eyes like a blue streak of lightning across a stormy sea. Brady walked over, his limbs heavy, every beat in his body amplified. "Brady, this is Gage Simpson," Eli said. "He's a big fan. Mr. Simpson, meet Brady Smith, chef/owner of Smith & Jones." Mr. Simpson, Gage, thrust out his hand. No hesitation. Brady wasn't big on physical contact. He recognized that faking your membership in the human race required he get with the social contract, so he'd usually do a quick pump and drop. But dread filled him. What if Huck Guy picked up on the weirdness or noticed that Brady had an aversion to being touched? Right, because it isn't already whacked that you're just staring at his outstretched hand like it's leprous. He grabbed and shook. Gage's grip was firm, with a side of sizzle that shot right up Brady's arm. Ink tracked circles around his biceps, a shamrock with the name Sean and a Celtic ribbon on the left, the entwined letters of CFD with Logan on the right, the names of 2 fallen firefighters. A fact Brady knew because he had seen the same ink on one other guy, Darcy's boyfriend, which meant the man before him was Beck's foster brother, a Dempsey, and a firefighter to boot, a hot, gay, please God he had to be or there was no justice, firefighter. Slow your roll, Smith. Gay or not, quality.